Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks very much for the witnesses. You know, I think our federal government, our federal land managers should always be good neighbors. They should always comply with the law. And so I'm always concerned when I hear where a court has actually found wrongful conduct. I appreciate your testimony, Mr. Hague. But I do think it's important also to acknowledge that BLM administers 18,000 grazing permits in this country, that the U.S. Forest Service administers 8,000 such permits. And if we could stipulate that we should be concerned when there's a violation of law and when there's bad conduct, and if it were approached in that manner, there would be a spirit of great bipartisanship in trying to make sure there's accountability and lessons learned and better conduct from that. But when we title hearings with loaded terms such as today, when we bring forward not only cases that have been validated by courts, but cases that are unsubstantiated, hearsay, all manner of allegations, when we characterize the federal government as a hotel thief going room to room, trying to find who they can fleece, things quickly rise to the level of caricature. And unfortunately, that's what I'm afraid we're talking about here today. So I just want to express my dismay that instead of what could be a bipartisan, serious oversight approach to incidents that I don't think anyone on this panel would tolerate, regardless of their party, that we're once again trying to stage a whole bunch of mini sagebrush rebellions because we don't like the federal government. And that's just not a constructive place to be. If we want to look at habitual litigation and that problem, I sure hope that scrutiny includes groups like the Pacific Legal Foundation, Cause of Action, the Competitive Enterprise Institute, who I see ever present in these proceedings, who simply troll around looking for opportunities to bring property rights cases against the government, often unsuccessfully. And we could certainly take a good hard look at some of the frivolous litigation that is constantly being asserted in the name of property rights. But again, we don't see that kind of balanced approach, and I just want to express my concern. With that, I will yield the balance of my time to the ranking member, Ms.